case of community transmission, government trying to think of more restrictions. I really don't know what's going on. Things are getting more and more difficult each day. I really don't know what to do with the children this way.
Hey Matthew, finish up your homework for tomorrow? Yeah, I was just reading the news, there's quite a bit of community transmission going on now. Can you please remember when you're in school just to keep a safe distance? Yeah, also secondly, if your friends want to shake your hands, hug you, please, the doctors are telling us just to be a bit careful with it. Elbow bump will be fine. In general, we care for you, so we'll be safe, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I appreciate that. How's your work going anyway? Good. Now if you need any more help, you just give me a yell. I really like the sentence that you're making here about misconceptions. Thank you very much. See you later.
As you've just seen, Matthew's father has approached him to explain precautions relating to COVID-19 in school during a time of community transmission. While Matthew may be anxious about this, his father may also be anxious about how this might affect Matthew or other members of the family. Other young adults may be affected in different ways. Some may feel scared about going to work, worrying a lot about catching COVID-19, even when careful precautions are being followed in their workplace. Some may feel anxious about going out into public places, even at times when we are told that the risk of contracting the coronavirus infection are significantly reduced. Anxiety helps us to be alert to danger and hopefully how to avoid it. A little anxiety can be a good thing. For example, a sports person may be anxious before an important game, and this may help them improve their performance. However, anxiety can become a problem if a person experiences anxious feelings way out of proportion to the amount of danger in that situation. Just like a fire alarm or burglar alarm, anxiety is there to warn us that something bad or dangerous might be about to happen. There are two parts to the anxiety alarm system. The first part tells us something bad might happen sometime soon. This lower level of anxiety warns us to be careful. The second part tells us that danger is here right now. We might feel intense fear or panic, which is a signal for us to run away or defend ourselves. This is known as the flight or fight response. Like all alarm systems, it's possible to have a false alarm. This is when an alarm goes off, but there's actually nothing bad happening. When people have lots of false alarms, that means their anxiety has got out of control and may interfere with their life. There are three ways that we might experience anxiety. The first one is what we feel in our bodies, like feeling out of breath, or having a racing heart, or having tense muscles, or perhaps feeling shaky or sweaty, or butterflies in the stomach. The second is what we think when we're anxious. For example, Matthew's father may have worries about his son's safety that go round and round in his mind and stop him from sleeping. The third part is what we do when we become anxious. For example, if Matthew's father is very anxious, he may decide to keep Matthew home from school, even when it's safe for him to go to school. Fortunately, there are many ways to address anxiety if it becomes a problem. Connecting with others is an important way. This might be talking to family members or making time as parents to talk with our children. There are a number of self-calming methods that are very effective. For example, breathing techniques, meditation, mindfulness exercises. One of the most effective ways of managing anxiety involves facing our fears step by step. There have been many studies showing the effectiveness of this method. A further method is to connect with nature, spending time in the outdoors if possible. Last but not least, connecting with God. Many people find prayer helpful. Some people hand over their worries to God to look after, and this can be very helpful. This quote from Sri Sathya Sai Baba illustrates how faith can be a foundation for addressing anxiety. The tiny sparrow sits on the storm-tossed bough because it knows its wings are strong. It does not depend on the swaying branch to sustain it. Similarly, fully rely on the grace of God. Then, whatever the magnitude of the calamity you face, you can survive it without any harm.
Dear Swami, for what we can control, we are thankful for. But what we cannot control, we leave it into your hands, knowing that you'll take care of us each and every step of the way, and whatever you do for us is the best for us. Thank you, dear Swami.